Hey Rivals, welcome to the classroom and thank you for joining us as always. Marvel Rivals has been out for a bit over a month now, so today I think it's time to go over how they've done almost everything right. Marvel Rivals is about 3 weeks into their first and a half season and has been absolutely positively flarkin' crushing it. Can't swear yet, we're like 30 seconds in. Rivals has begun their first official season, Eternal Night Falls, introducing the Fantastic Four, first with Reed and Sue, with Johnny and Ben coming in the second half of the season. I don't know if you've figured out the whole 2+2 equation yet, but that's 4 new heroes in the first real season of the game. Not to mention a seasonal event, which is skull-flarking the corpse of Lucio Ball, and a battle pass with some of the best skins introduced into the game. And Blue Penny Parker. Come on, guys. Since 2016, there have been a countless amount of team hero shooters that some handsome YouTubers may call Overwatch clones. A few of these that hit a different niche from Overwatch have survived, Battle Royale, sexy CSGO, but Marvel Rivals is straight up coming for Overwatch's spot. There's an ancient saying, if you come for the king, you best not miss, to which Marvel Rivals has said, "Woo! I never miss!" Not everything has been perfect. I'm honestly not a fan of the way the Battle Pass progression or currency in general works. But right now, we're talking about everything the game has been doing right, along with more characters, maps, skins, and even announcers that I think need to be added to this game. The Fantastic Four, the 2 of them we've gotten so far, are terrific. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman both feel extremely unique to play from the rest of the cast and from each other. The only thing that I don't like about their inclusion is what I've been referring to while talking to myself as the villain problem. Of Marvel Rivals' 37 characters, once Human Torch and the Thing are added, only one of them, Hela, is what I would consider to still be a real villain. That's a ratio of 37 heroes to 1 villain. Okay, maybe the ratio wasn't necessary. This season would have been the perfect time to add Doctor Doom, or even someone like Annihilus would have been really cool. I already did a video on 6 characters I would really like in Marvel Rivals with more fleshing out, and I do have a few more, but these are going to be much quicker, more so just, "It's you, Gobby!" As maybe the most famous villain in all of Marvel, this game will continue to be incomplete without Norman Osborn flying in the skies, rocking a man purse. He'll be a DPS, and I don't want him hanging out in the air to do his damage, but he'll have a strong amount of aerial mobility. For an ultimate ability, he'll dash forward, and if he grabs an enemy player, he'll fly up and drop them back onto the ground, dealing massive damage. I call it the Stacy Splatter. Of course, Spider-Man has no shortage of evil rich guys to fight, which is why next up we have...
Who are you?
You recently began working with someone in an Oscorp lab.
How do you know that?
We don't have much time, Isaac. Tell me his name.
As an unconventional strategist pick, I think Mr. Negative could be really interesting, with his main support ability being to negativize his teammates or enemies. After being hit with this ability, the damage your allies take will be received as healing, and the healing your enemies take will damage them. I actually think that that last ability is a really good idea, and if you want another really good idea, how about a mental organism designed only for killing? MODOK would be an incredibly fun tank. With his exoskeleton and hover chair, you could pretty much give him whatever weapons you want, but with his psionic abilities from his big ol' noggin, he should also have a brief area of effect stun. And since we're already getting less and less human with these picks, I have a very special one for our last. Obviously, the Sentinels won't be able to be the building size that they typically are, but I still want them to be the biggest character in Rivals. Sentinel will be mostly melee focused with some individual crowd control, and for his ultimate, the Sentinel will be able to summon 2 more to his side, with them copying his attacks like Loki's clones and moving with him. Also, I think it'd be really cool if when you respawned, it looked like a new Sentinel being built. A place where Sentinels are being built. That sounds like a cool map. One of my only gameplay problems with Marvel Rivals so far is the maps. Marvel Rivals launched with maps in 4 different Marvel locations, with them ranging from just a little underwhelming to pretty lame. Except Tokyo 2099. The Midtown map and the new Sanctum Sanctorum game mode are a really good start, but this game really needs a better map selection. Maybe the only thing Rivals has easier access to than characters is locations. We're gonna start with Latveria, since I feel like it's pretty much inevitable that Doom's home becomes a map whenever Doom is added. Any day now. Latveria is perfect for an escort map. I think it should start in the actual city and end in Doom's throne room. And maybe if he's not in the match, he can even be waiting on the throne for the payload. If you've watched any of my Marvel videos, you know the X-Men bias that I harbor, which is also known as having good taste. I already mentioned the Sentinel Factory as a possible location, but that sounds a little dangerous to be honest. You know what everyone loves? The Carnival. So obviously we need to add Murder World. Murder World is the deadly carnival designed by X-Men villain Arcade. I think this could be another really fun escort map with plenty of death traps, preferably next to the health packs, because I think that would be funny. Of course, that's not going to be my only X-adjacent map, and while I think Limbo would be a cool inclusion, even though that would mean magic can't teleport, the one I really want is Krakoa. The X-Men's mutant sex cult island should already be a map in this game, but it has to be a King of the Hill map, with the Pit of Exile as an Ilios well. Also, I don't know what type of map I would want Oscorp to be, but we absolutely need the Osborn Lab in this game. And one of the spawn rooms needs to be the backpack basement from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh, another also, the moon needs to be a location. A lot of weird shit happens on the moon in Marvel Comics. We need it. A third also, let's talk announcers. While I don't have an issue with her, some people apparently find the voice of Galacta, Galactus' daughter and the announcer of the game, a little grating. Announcers are a tricky thing for this game. While on the one hand, there are an infinite amount of Marvel characters who would be great announcers, they'd just be better characters. But there are still some that would really only work as announcers, so let's start with the one everyone wants.
Could you pay me in advance?
You serious?
As owner of the Daily Bugle, former mayor, and on-air personality, Jay Jonah has enough experience with his words to be a fantastic announcer. And if you lose with a Spider-Man on your team, he can maybe mention that it was probably that damn menace that lost you the game. And he's probably right.
Everything Spider-Man touches comes to ruin.
While Jay Jonah may be way too weak of a character to add to the roster, what about a character who is way too strong? As the personification of multiversal law and the representative of the one above all, the Living Tribunal couldn't really be implemented as a character, but I think they'd be a great announcer. His multi-layered voice could sound really cool, and he could say weird stuff as the announcer, like, "You lost, as you were always going to." And the last one I thought would be good is Mephisto, the ruler of hell. But not that hell, or that hell. Mephisto is one of Marvel's many Satans. And as one of the most evil characters in Marvel canon, Mephisto could have particularly cutting or mean lines. I think I want the announcers to be mean, because subconsciously, I do think that it'll make me better at the game if they're mean when I lose. One thing that Rivals has been absolutely crushing, more so than almost anything else in the game, is cosmetics. The characters' base designs are already absolute knockouts, and these skins have been even better. The shop skins taunt me with how gorgeous they are, but the Battle Pass ones have been more than enough to satiate me. The Rivals originals with the season's themes are fantastic, but I'm an even bigger fan of the comic skins. They've done crazy shit like give Reed a Maker skin complete with Incursion emote, but they've even straight up improved some designs like Loki's All Butcher skin. So I'm gonna go through almost every character and give them each at least one skin idea, with some of the ideas working for multiple characters or any of them.
This is about the thrill of wearing another man's skin.
As one of the only characters with a design that I don't really like, I think that Captain America could really use a fatigue skin. You can either go with straight up camo or more of a First Avengers look. I think another no-brainer is a black suit Spider-Man, and that way the Venom team-up will look a little less stupid. For some more comic-accurate skins, I'd really like an X-Men Magic and a Weeaboo Wolverine. Those would hold a special place in my heart. And for a couple comic skins that I know nothing about, I'd also really like Counter-Earth Adam Warlock, he looks silly, and Atlantis Attacks Namor, he looks cool. And as Namor's ally in the Rivals universe, Jeff needs an Atlantean armor skin. I honestly think it's really rude that Groot doesn't have a uniform skin, so we need to get on that, and I think the Fantastic Four all need spacesuit skins. We also need some more casual skins, maybe Empire State Squirrel Girl, an exposed Iron Man skin, Sexy Torture Magneto, and Cardigan Hulk. For one very not casual skin, I think we need a Surgeon Supreme skin for Strange, and my idea for a skin every character needs is a classic look. The new free Thor skin is great, but I don't mean that kind of classic. I mean spandex and weird bulges. Scarlet Witch needs the face frame. We need weird stubby Groot. We need the Nightmare.
I don't even feel like the character deserved that shit.
For whole season / battle pass themes, I also had a few ideas, which would obviously influence the characters, maps, and skins added. My most abstract idea I'm calling Dark Future. This could incorporate a few Marvel stories, like Days of Future Past, Age of Ultron, but the main one I'm thinking is Old Man Logan, and the further Old Maniverse. You've got an old Wolverine skin, old Hawkeye, Incest Hulk, and a really fucked up Red Skull skin, if they ever want to add him too. However, the actual Dark Future season I want is Age of Apocalypse. This would be an absolute slam dunk with Horseman skins for some of the mutants, and you can add Apocalypse, maybe even Cairo as a map too. There are already leaks that Emma Frost is going to be coming to the game, and hold on. Oh my god, we're so back. Oh my god, we're back. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And whenever they add Emma Frost, they are more than welcome to bring a Hellfire Gala season right along with them, so we can have even more X-Men skins. And my last season idea was Secret Invasion, cause we can't let a crappy MCU show ruin a pretty alright Marvel event. In a Secret Invasion season, you could give the characters really simple, but I think really cool Skrull skins, and you can even add the Super Skrull as a character for the season. And speaking of the Battle Pass, it's time for my only real complaint. It's far from the worst I've encountered. That title would probably go to when I played Apex Legends, but the Battle Pass and general currency system could use a little work. The rate that you earn the free currency in this game, you know, the blue ones, feels a little too slow for how expensive these skins are. So let's speed that up or get some discounts going, guys. Come on, I want to buy them. My only other gripe with it, really, is that I think the missions need to refresh faster. I'm too good at the game, guys. I just unlocked them too fast. It's not my fault. Well, Marvel and NetEase, I really hope that you accept this as my resume to be a freelance consultant on Marvel Rivals. My starting salary is $200,000 a week, or more of the free currency. But folks, that is the video for this week. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us as always. If you made it to this point, a double thank you so much. Yeah, this was a fun video to make. I didn't know what video I wanted to make next, and Marvel Rivals has just been super fun lately. I wanted to talk about more stuff that I want added, and talk about, like, the very small gripes that I have, like the currency stuff, and, like, I really hope that they don't, like, keep prioritizing adding heroes, because, like, Marvel has so many good villains. Like, I feel like DC has better villains overall, in my opinion, but, like, Marvel has a lot of really good ones, and also, like, people will care more about these characters if you put them in stuff. Like, I don't know, just make one of the tanks, like, Absorbing Man or something. That'd be cool. Like, I really want them to add more villains. But what I have to show up for my collection this week is Far Sector, the DC Compacts comics of, this is the Green Lantern one, the murder mystery. This is Jo. She's a new Green Lantern, got a bit of a different ring. This is by N.K. Jemisin and Jamal Campbell. It is really good so far. I'm about, like, about halfway done with this, with a little volume here. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna show it to you. But my favorite aspect of it so far is definitely the world building. There are 3 different species on this main planet that Jo is on, and they're really cool. There's like a tech-based one, these like plant people, and then these the most normal ones are seemingly like sort of like bat people. They have like wings and these tails. But I think that's the video for this week, y'all. I've started watching Earth's Mightiest Heroes because I get so many requests from you guys to talk about it, mainly from my Young Justice videos. It's very fun so far. I like it. I'm excited to make a video on it sometime. But I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.